Hello again for the continuation of this repairing video of the mechanical chopper from the BOONTON 92 RF millivolt meter. So this is one day after I decided to go for just a tiny amount of glue compound with two components. You have to mix the two components together, and you got compound, and then with a toothpick I applied a little bit of glue on both sides. Let me see if I can show you more or less. So maybe you can see a little bit because it's shiny, like for the other pins. So this is just a tiny amount on one side and on the other side. I put a tiny amount just because I don't want the glue to make a bridge between the pin and the shielding cap, because as I said in the first video, I don't know if in the future this will give troubles. But for now we can check with the multimeter. First of all, we can check for continuity. There you go. So let's see. Okay, no continuity. Let's see if we got any reading for resistance. And let me go this way. Let me grab the pin with a small crocodile. Okay, and then I grab the shield. And you can see there is no continuity at all, no resistance. In the circuitry, in the schematic, these pins are at low voltage, so it shouldn't be a problem. So well, I guess now what is left is to reinsert the wire inside the hole. This little wire is very thin. This is 0.25, quarter of a millimeter, 0.25 millimeters. This wire, it must go inside the hole, and probably I'll have to put a tiny bit of solder just to be sure, and then reinstall the cap with some solder as well, which should be still there. Definitely on this side, but yeah. And once this is all closed, I'll come back and be ready to reinstall the chopper inside the BOONTON instrument and see, hopefully, if it works. Okay, the wire is inside. It was a bit tough because the piece of the wire that got broken and was inside, and there were no much space for the new strip wire to get in, but eventually I managed to put it in. It's this pin here. So I'll just give it a little tiny drop of solder just to keep it in place, and then close the okay. I put a little tiny drop of solder as you can see. And while I'm working, I'm listening to some stations, some DX on 15-meter band, and it's really a shame. There are so many people. I cannot call them ham radio operators. These are just people that are, I don't know what they're doing in frequency. I don't know why they get a license. I don't know why they have a license. They just want to interfere and deliberately disturb a station. Anyway, there's a split station working. I think it's here. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not paying very much attention, but I was listening, and it was full of idiot people saying bad stuff under it, like this one. You see, making verse or just for the joy of, I don't know. They are worse than kids, really. Anyway, enough of that. Back to our chopper. So let me try and close the cap. Okay, finally I've got the chopper back into its socket. I had to reinstall it inside the socket and then screw the socket into this L. Rewire everything and put the two caps also. The last thing I did just now. So yeah, this is ready now to go. Oh, I have checked, obviously. I have checked the all the connections. So I'll show you. All right, so this is now I'm checking the driving coil, the whole coil from pin from the two extremes of the coil, and it's showing 300-ish hertz. Now if we get to the center tap, we have 149, and if we go on the other side, we've got 151. So that is working well. Yeah, let's check for continuity on the probe side. So these are the two pins coming from the probe. So we are going from here to there. Why I'm not getting any reading? It's possible that I did some mistake. Okay, no, it's all right. So is that one there? Okay. Then the red one, which is going here. Okay, and these are the two rectified signal. Then there's a shielding. Okay, there's a shielding in here that goes around these two wires, and then we've got the signal coming from pin 3 on the mechanical chopper. Should be this one here. Okay, and then the ground. Okay, So everything looks fine. It should work. I'm ready to reinstall this into the instrument, and just few screws. The instrument is here, is waiting. This is the socket coming from the chopper driving board, and the chopper will screw up in this corner, and this is the plug that caused the issue. Basically plugging and unplugging the chopper a few times during the time that I owned the instrument, during you know, some intervention caused the problem. I'm checking also with new caps to see if I can improve a little bit, because the instrument has all the old caps, all the sprag caps inside, electrolytic ones, and probably they dried out. I will check them, but for now I have swapped some of those caps. So yeah, let me put the chopper inside. By the way, this is the schematic. This is the probe. I've got the two yellow caps going to ground. Across the two wires coming from the probe. Then the two wires, the red and white, goes to the chopper, pin 2 and 3. Over the pin number 2 and 4 of the pin number 3. Chopper is named G401 in the part list. So this is switching back and forth between 2 and 4, and then the signal goes through. And these are the 3 pins from the coil. The one that broke off was the pin number 2. So I lost the middle contact there. Okay, and you can see here on the chopper driver board the schematic for the coil inside the chopper. The chopper is in its place finally. Everything is in place, so just need to connect the plug here carefully. I'll take a look at the spin inside. I spread those a little bit just to have a little less tension. Obviously I still want to have the contact, but just a little less tension on the spins in order to lower the mechanical stress on those pins. So yeah, I just need to put the covers on. Well, actually, before I put the covers on, I will start the instrument. I had to reinsert this cap, this yellow cap, so it was removed. So I think the instrument, I'll take a final look if all the components are there, and finally start the instrument again and see if it works. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, the moment of truth. The probe is installed. The main is plugged in. So if it works, we should get the buzzy sound from the chopper, and obviously it should work. Okay, the light doesn't mean that it works, but we will measure a signal as well. So ready to test it. I can hear the sound. Not sure if you can hear it, but I hear the sound, so I'm pretty confident that this is working. Let's switch on the signal generator, function generator, to send a signal. So this is 1, 3, 10 millivolts scale. So let's send a 10 millivolt signal. Yeah, ready to rock and roll. There we go. It works. Well, very happy. I'm extremely happy, because otherwise This is a very weak point, I would say, of this instrument. So now the instrument, I can close it again, put the covers and put it back in its place. And that's the end of this repairing video. Small issue I had, but once again, as I said before, I hope this will help someone else having the same issue with the mechanical chopper. Well, all the best. Thank you for watching, and 7-3.